I'm Domin and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Finish Line. Today we're in Munich at the Olympic Park and this is Spartan. 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, a night run or a kids run and over 7,000 participants over the course of a weekend. And we're here to see how race result active technology keeps up with it all. Let's go.
Hold! Ain't no time!
So Spartan is an obstacle race on different distances, so it's meant to be for all levels of performance, whether that is from the shortest distances, the 5K, all the way to 50K races, happening in 40 countries. There is a very competitive component to it, which is for elite and age group races, highly competitive across the globe. But then the majority of our races are open races, and what we mean by open is races who are not necessarily coming here to be ranked and competing against other races, but more for their own challenge. The human DNA is the moment I have a timing tag on my wrist, something kicks off.
The day before the event, we set up all the hardware, mark the decoders and loop boxes. We'll set the split points and everything on the race result. When we come to the site on the day, we put the equipment together, all the decoder and loop boxes what we need, and we turn that on, check if all the settings are correct, the loop boxes, the channels, if it's on repeat, on store mode. We check if we got everything online. Then we load the car and we deploy the equipment to different timing points which are already set.
The number is between like 3 to 4 split points on a sprint, which is a 5K, to up to 12 timing points on an ultra. It's both to deliver our customers the best possible experience in the sense of also after the race, then see, okay, which sections have I performed? Was there a mountain section that was particularly challenging? And I want to know how did he do on that section? How did I do on that section? You're up in the mountains, you're up in the woods, so we want to make sure every racer took the full course. No shortcuts, no nothing, and we want to just make sure that everybody has the same chances. And then I think it's an entertainment experience point as well. As a spectator, I have no idea where they are and when they are, so we use timing also for that, to pass it on to spectators and allow them to track it, but also for our MCs.
In this course we have start-finish, like default, plus 3 timing points, live, that for me is important. Because we can always control basically the timing along the day, who is where. So we can control people, we can understand where is the maximum flux, minimum flux. So we have also a dashboard that we can easily control during the day. Another topic that I think is important to understand about timing, that is not only result, but there is a component of safety. And due to our schedule that is basically in waves, is also a little bit more tricky for us to understand where is the last one, for example, of one format and where is the last of the second format. But yeah, with the timing plus some workflows on the ground, we can manage quite easily.
When we try to be informative around the split point, so we're not saying split point A, kilometer 10, but we're more talking about how much is left to finish. Because typically for a spectator, the question, especially on courses that go way out, where you as a spectator won't be able to really get there, you want to know, when are they coming back? Do we have to wait another 2 hours, or are they here in 20 minutes? So we try to be smart about that, to inform everybody like how long it takes to come back rather than where they actually are on the course.
And also we link in general the timings point with the name of the obstacle, because our obstacle are recognizable also from the people. So if we say like timing point at the A-frame, people know where to go, or the multi-rig. So it's a way for us to interact with the public.
Basically, the first touch point is check-in, whether that is very experienced racers who have raced with us many times, or if it's the new, it's the same. Ideally, we want to have a check-in process like 20 seconds per person. Check-in, people get the tag, get their headband, and basically are ready to go. It's a large scaled event with like several thousand participants. Our check-in process is not all by highly trained, experienced staff, but without volunteers, this event is impossible, right? So we have a lot of volunteers that help make this happen, and they are put into that position in the morning, like on the spot. They see this thing for the first time, and then they need to be able, within a relatively short time, to operate it, and to operate it without making mistakes, ideally. A system that helps us to be very intuitive, to easy to understand, quickly to explain, because also it's like language is sometimes a challenge. But then also, how do you mitigate that the chance of making mistakes is either minimized by not even allowing that, so you can have like limited access, etc., or is detected. So almost like an intelligent system that detects, hey, that can't be the right, this is missing, or this hasn't been done correctly. So these are components that I think we've worked on with Race Results over the last couple of years already, and made great improvements. All these processes are much faster than they used to be. We see the reliability of how the check-in performs. And we see today, like, check-in with like an event of that scale, and we have, it's a very, very easy flow. And so that speaks to the system and the usability of the system.
If I got all these beautiful colors and no reds, which is nice and clearly show me that the race is going well. Also, I like the dashboard which we set, and some of the outputs which race result allow us to have. And the other thing which is outstanding is that we got the API which we can send to the race directors, which other companies don't have it. Also, we have a presenter, and we can present the results on our TV for the participants. And I love the kiosks as well, that people can come and check the results. That is, everything is on site and not just online.
The reliability and the performance of read rates. It is quite impressive to me how read rates can be so reliable. And all that is because we're out there in the wind, in the storm, in the mud, in the water, and technology is typically a sensitive item. The level of still how reliable our results are, how the read rates are, for me that's something that is definitely impressive, and that I would say I didn't expect it when I started to working. Race Results delivers on a very high level.
For me, it's the easy way that we have to work. Like, I feel like not into too many details of technical details. Is how it's easy to work with you guys in general, and also to try to do always the next step to try to accommodate our requests, because every time we invent something, so we are not sitting there waiting for something happening. It's like also try to push you and you push us. You always support us. This is a part that for me is very important, and also for us, because we are curious. If you are curious, then it's a match.
It's fun to work with you guys. I mean, obviously we're not in the day-to-day with you, because it's more like people from our timing teams, but they praise working with Race Results. The fact how little we talk to timing in terms of troubleshooting issues is a testament to the performance. I think it's always a quick call, it's always a quick solve. You guys have been a reliable partner for many, many years now. Not just with us in Europe or with the core team in Europe, but also with the home of the brand in the US and across the globe. So yeah, I think we're very excited about what's next. There's so many ideas that float around about what can be integrated into the Spartan app, what can be done with AI, how can it increase the racer's experience, endless opportunities. And we're very excited what we can do together in the future.
And that was it for the Spartan event here in Munich. Thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it, learned something new. Keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next one.